already there. What is it about her? There's my angelic fairy queen.
The grounds for empathy.
Oh, me too.
And hate the
oh! I love the driving beat in this as well. I love that piano. It is really scratching an itch with my ADHD brain, I will tell you that. Ooh, I have chills. Chills. Oh. So powerful. Ooh, that layering. Ooh, it's putting me in a trance. Oh, yeah. It's like the chaos in my brain. That was like the chaos in my brain, or it felt like it. Yeah.
So belong to a soul. Be God in the shape of a girl. Drain from the pain I absorbed myself in.
It has been over 6 months since I've reacted to an Aurora album, and it's time, guys, it's time. I know there's so many people that have been waiting, and you guys have been so patient, and I love you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this time. Hi, welcome to Passion Dump of an Autist. My name is Val. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and welcome on in if you are new to my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment your favorite Aurora song. I'd love to hear all about it. Now, today is a special exclusive that we got from Michael from Patreon Tier 3. If you join, I do have a Patreon, and I put up all these uncut reactions before they get to YouTube. Sometimes they don't even get to YouTube. 1 for time, 2 for sometimes they're blocked worldwide because of copyright. So if you want to make sure that you're involved in all these, like once we start doing like live performances and things like that, I'm going to try to post it to YouTube. It might not get there. So the one that Michael wanted us to do is to start with Infections of a Different Kind. This is the step 1 of the 2-part album. I think that like encapsulates a different kind. If I'm not, I don't know anything about this. Queendom. Oh, Queendom. Amazing title. Ooh. Ooh, interesting.
The underdogs are my lions.
Ooh.
The silent ones are my choir. The women will be my soldiers.
Yes.
With the weight of life on their shoulders.
Yes.
Drink until you've had enough. I'll drink from your hand.
Beautiful.
I will be your warrior. I will be your lamb.
We're already there. What is it about her? I love it. I love the juxtaposition of using lions and lamb, and silent ones are my choir, and the women will be my soldiers. Not that women can't be soldiers, of course there's lots of women soldiers now, but you know, oftentimes, or at least in the more recent kind of last 100, 200 years, you know, women, obviously, you think of men when you think of soldiers. So that juxtaposition is so beautiful. The underdogs are my lions. It just made me think of like Leo, my rising sign. I don't know why. It just made me think of that. And I was like, yes, my lions. It made me think of that. The silent ones are my choir. Just like, I love that idea of the underdogs are who she's going to stand for, who she's going to, I will be your warrior, I will be your lamb. Because we're all so multifaceted, right? We can be a warrior and a lamb in the same human being. And it's beautiful, and we are often. There's my angelic fairy queen. Gorgeous. another amazing song to dance around the living room to.
The sea waves are my evening gown.
Oh,
And
yes.
the sun on my head is my crown. I made this queendom on my own, and all the mountains are my throne.
Oh my god, and I've upgraded my desk. I actually have tissue now. Oh my god. There's something that I just connect so deeply with the way that she speaks about nature and what nature does for her and how it makes her feel. There's just something that's so resonant with me like that. I just feel personally as well so connected with nature. I feel like myself. I freaking pulled the tarot card, the sun, today, and here we are talking about the sun on my head is my crown. Like, sorry. Again, it's all personal resonance. Nature makes me feel alive. Nature makes me feel like my most authentic self when I can be out there on my own. It's everything. And so just hearing a song that has all this, the sea waves are my evening gown, beautiful, and the imagery that you get from this language is stunning. The poetry, the sun on my head is my crown, I made this queendom on my own, and all the mountains are my throne. It's stunning, stunningly beautiful. It makes me sad that I waited to listen to this, but you know what? I needed that time, and that's okay. I needed to do some healing, I think, before we got back into Aurora, because she means so much to me. Just even from that first reaction, she means so much to me.
Until you've had enough, I'll drink from your hand. I will be your warrior. I will be your lamb.
Stunning.
The queendom come. The queendom come. My queendom come. My queendom come. Queendom come. My queendom come. I hunt
just
the
feel
grounds
like-
for empathy.
Sorry, I don't want to ruin that part. That little slow down was beautiful. That whole part, that whole section, it just felt like all I was picturing was just being on like a mountaintop and just like, I don't know, calling out. So free. So much freedom in this idea. It's like a battle cry.
I hunt the grounds for empathy.
Oh, me
And
too.
hate the way it hides from me. With care and thirst I have become. You have a home in my queendom. You have a home in my queendom. You have a place in my queendom. You have a home. The queendom come.
You have a home. Right? All the weirdos. What are you guys? The weirdos and the warriors and the weirdos? You have a home. You know? And for the people, I know probably a lot of you, I'm assuming if you're attracted to me and my content, you're probably similar in that you do feel like a weirdo or a warrior or a black sheep or, you know, whatever you want to, different. And maybe you've never felt like you had a home, but together in community, you have a home. That's what I'm getting from it. And stunning. Oh my God, these words. I hunt the grounds for empathy. and hate the way it hides from me. Oh my god, yeah. It's like even more. But even now in 2025, with everything going on, it's like even more relevant. So much apathy in this world. Oh, okay. This is stunning.
Till Queendom come, my 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 Queendom
Oh, ooh, I can like feel that resonating in my chest. Oh, yeah. It just felt like running in the mountains on the top of the mountain and screaming your war cry, but in a joyful way. That's what that felt like for me. It made me wonder why I'm sitting in the basement and not outside enjoying the beautiful sunshine right now. I'm gonna have to do that after. What a wonderful way to start an album. Okay, let's move on. Forgotten Love. Ooh.
Can you tell?
One thing I will also, sorry, before we get too into it, I will go back, don't worry. You never know. To me, it's like you never know what you're gonna get sonically, which I love. I love that every song is very different and there's lots of different instruments being used and the way she uses her voice is always different and it's good shit. It's just good shit. I love that little tinkle of the high piano there. And this drum.
Can you tell if I'm cold? If I'm out of daydreams? If I lose what is lost? Will a new love awake me? I am touched by wonder when I'm blind in the dark. But you drown me in daylight and swim with me, darling. I prefer the sound of you when you are away.
Interesting.
If I am left with a rose in my hand, let it die. It's the beauty forgotten.
Oh!
And I don't care if you don't understand why I cry. It's the beauty forgotten love.
Oh, wow. These lyrics, this poetry is beautiful. Can you tell if I'm cold? If I'm out of daydreams? If I lose what is loved? Will a new love awake me? If I'm out of daydreams? Oh my god. That's a sad thought for me. I've never been out of daydreams. I don't know what that's like. I can't imagine what that's like. I'm such a dreamer, personally, and so that concept is even out of my realm of existence. So, but it's beautiful to think about because I can't imagine. I am touched by wonder. Yes, when I'm blind in the dark, me too. But you drown me in daylight. Oh! It's like, it makes me feel, again, this is only my personal resonance, but I am someone that is in the dark a lot and walks in the dark. I really do a lot of shadow work and a lot of self-reflection. And so I'm quite often in the depths of the dark, but there's always light, and I am always touched by wonder. I'm always curious of how to heal more, how to discover more about myself. Yeah, I don't know if this is what she was thinking, but that's kind of what resonates with me, is just never wanting to give up the darkness and just live in the light always, because the balance is always important. The light is beautiful, but the dark is also so beautiful and important. Remember when I said that I drew the Sun tarot card today? Well, I actually drew two cards. It's just the first card was more relevant to the last song. And it's interesting because my second card that I drew today was the moon. So, which again is that dichotomy between light and dark, and it's just interesting to me that that's kind of where my mindset was anyway. And then we listened to this song, and it does feel like we're discussing some of these things, these dichotomies between the two. But you drown me in daylight, don't swim with me, darling. I prefer the sound of you when you are away. Interesting. If I am left with a rose in my hand, let it die. It's the beauty in forgotten love. It almost feels like not forgetting how beautiful even the pain can be. Because sometimes, and a lot of these things, you know, when it comes to, I don't know, new age spirituality and wellness content, there's so much of it. I do it myself, to be honest. So, I mean, it is what it is. But one thing that I have noticed is that there is a lot of like toxic positivity, and, you know, you should only be reveling in love and light and positivity. And I feel like in my head, in my experience, yes, we don't want to dwell and focus on the darkness all the time. Same thing, it's balance. It's just, to me, it's all about balance. You don't want to dwell on either one. You want to find this beautiful sense of balance. And part of the human experience is not only enjoying the joy and the wonder of like a first love, but it's also observing and feeling the pain that comes from a forgotten love. I don't know, that's what I'm getting from all this. I don't know if I'm way off, but that is, again, my personal resonance with it. Beautiful. And I don't care if you don't understand why I cry. It's the beauty. It is the beauty in forgotten love. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay.
And I don't care if you don't understand why I cry. It's the beauty in forgotten love. I forget how emotions dance when they aren't inside.
I love that idea. How emotions
I forget
dance.
how the sun feels when she isn't around me. And my dreams become sweeter when something is missing.
Yes.
I'm in love with the haunted self.
Beauty.
It makes me feel alive, alive. If I am left with a rose in
It does. It feels like a call to enjoy the journey rather than just always being focused on what you have, what you don't have, what's in the future, what's in the past, but like finding this beautiful balance of just literally enjoying the ups and the downs, the waves of life. And I am freaking here for it. I'm here for it. It makes me feel alive, alive.
It makes me feel alive, alive. If I am left with a rose in my hand, let it die. It's the beauty.
I love the driving beat in this as well.
Don't understand why I cry. It's the beauty in forgotten love.
Is this in... Aurora has confirmed that this verse doesn't have real lyrics at all, since the words were all created in an imaginary language. Better. Even better. Clearing up rumors the lyrics were written in Norwegian, Aurora's... that's what I just imagined in my head, because I don't know anything about Norwegian. And so that was the assumption I made. So I'm glad that I looked this up. The meaning of my own language is that I can sing words that feel right for my heart. Yes, you can. Absolutely. While people get the chance to listen to music without any of the lyrics. Okay, say no more. We got it. I got it. We don't need any more. That's all I needed to know. Let's enjoy the freaking ride. Stunning. Beautiful, stunning lyrics in that little bridge here. I released my body and there was no ghost of you inside my mind. Stunning. It just makes me think of letting go of things that maybe aren't for you, but in a glorious, gracious way, you know, still being thankful that you had this experience, but just kind of letting things go, a detachment a bit, but out of love, you know, letting something go out of love and grace. I'm moving on, and thank God you let me try. Again, there's that like gratitude. Like it doesn't feel like I'm letting you go because out of hate or spite, you know what I mean? It just, there feels like there's a lot of love in this process that she's singing about. You're the reason I can dance within a fire of goodbyes. That's stunning. I can lie in a dark room without the feeling that I'm lonely. So important. And very hard to achieve in my experience on this earth for 38 years anyway. Yeah. Stunning. I love the drums in this. It's so good. Oh, stunning. Oh, and to end with that beautiful little tinkle of the piano again. Stunning. Stunning. Oh, I'm so happy that these songs get to be part of my repertoire again. I need to go back and listen to What Happened to the Heart again. Okay, Gentle Earthquakes. I love the title. Ooh, feels so far away. And then comes in.
How cold a tear can feel on warm skin, so delicate, violently it begins.
Yeah.
Within this universe I will be lost, moving from rivers to mountain tops. Can't stay here, I throw myself in the ocean. I lift myself and run. Like a gentle earthquake, it intensifies. It's like my lungs are breathing fire. And if the fire dies, my body will be the truth, and the light will guide her. Light will guide her.
Another such an interesting juxtaposition. Another one, Gentle Earthquake. Earthquakes, you know, obviously you think about being so destructive, but a gentle earthquake, but it intensifies. And I love my heart, my head, my mind. It's like my lungs are breathing fire. Oh, and if the fire dies, my body will be the truth. The fire being your soul or your essence, I don't know. And the light will guide her. I mean, it's beautiful and poetic. I don't know exactly what we're doing here, what we're talking about here, but it's stunning. Let's keep going.
The fascinating way you change your color, the ugly and the flawless beauty of us, with a combination of purple and pink, the only traces of our love blossoming. I'm not home in a place where love has been broken. I lift myself and run.
I lift myself and run.
Like a gentle earthquake, it intensifies. It's like my lungs are breathing.
I need to go back. Sorry. The fascinating way you change your colors, the ugly and the flawless beauty of us. Again, like appreciating all sides of life. I love that about her. With the combination of purple and pink, the only traces of our love blossoming. I'm not home in a place where I'm not home in a place where love has been broken. Are we talking about, or this is how, again, it's resonating with me because I'm literally in the process of moving out of a house that I've lived in for the last 4 years, while I have been with who is now my ex, and you know, we're still friends, and so I've actually been living in the basement for a while. Anybody who's watched my Lana content, I've explained all this in that, but yeah, I've been here too long. Even though we're friends and we get along and everything's fine, it's just time to move on. And so, I don't know, this is giving me this feeling of like power to be able to take that step, this change, this transition that I've been dreading in some ways, because change is hard. Transitions are hard for anybody, especially me. Especially, yeah, sorry, this is like giving me, it feels like giving me this fire, this passion to be able to go through it, because there's also a big part of me that knows that it's right, and that I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's on the other side of this change, but it's scary. Again, it's like, it's in the dark, all these things we would talk about being in the dark, and again, it might have absolutely nothing to do with the intention of her song, but this is how it is. This is how my heart is hearing this, and that's what I'm sharing. So I love that idea. I lift myself and run like a gentle earthquake. Yes, me too. I'm going to. I am.
And if the fire flies, my body will be the truth, and the light will guide her. Twisted body parts, moving synchronous, watching lightning strike in my daughter's eyes. All the flowers grow to a luscious pink, all connecting love becomes a healing.
Ooh! All connecting love becomes a human shield. Again, what this means to me is sometimes when you lose love, it's easy to feel like you've lost love. But then you can take it from another perspective and realize that love is all around you. So the love for my dogs, the love I have for my friends, my community, I'm still showered with love every single day. And so maybe that love isn't coming from a romantic place in this very moment, but connecting love, like that becomes a human shield from feeling like there's no love there. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it means to me. Beautiful. Twisted body parts moving synchronized. That's interesting. I don't know. I think it makes me think of sex, but I don't know if that's where we're going with that. I'll just say it because that's what it made me think of. But watching lightning strike in my lover's eyes. Beautiful. So beautiful things that you didn't expect maybe coming from this thing that was so difficult for you to do. But sometimes you find these hidden flowers in that last moment. It finally opens. These things that you didn't see or you didn't expect to come out of making this change or transition. I don't know. That's what I'm getting.
Like a gentle earthquake, it intensifies. It's like my lungs are breathing fire.
I love how she says that.
My body will be the truth, and the light will guide her. Twisted body parts moving synchronized, watching lightning strike in my lover's eyes. All the flowers come to a luscious beat. All connecting love becomes a galaxy.
Such an amazing soundscape. So interesting. Holy. Oh, that was good. Yeah, I kind of want to know, like, I mean, I could just look up the Genius. We do have it open, but I don't know. I like to, like, let it resonate with myself first. And then, of course, when I put this on Patreon and YouTube, I know you guys will give me your thoughts and feelings on it as well. And then I just feel like it helps me to create this picture myself rather than just, you know, listening to it and then reading what everybody else has to say about it right away. I want to let it kind of sit there with me. But yeah, I think there's definitely more to be gleaned from that one. But that is my first thoughts and reaction. So all is soft inside. I like that title too. Ooh. Oh, it's so plunky. I love it. Oh my god, it makes me think of, like, you know that Price is Right, like Plinko or something? That's what it makes me think of. But much more beautiful sounding, obviously, than that. But it's like the blink, 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 blink. I don't know. Sorry. Not sorry. Let's do it again, though, so we can actually appreciate the music.
I don't know why, but I feel down. You need to know I can't go on. I was a rose, I was an animal. Don't let me change, don't let me go.
Interesting. So beautiful. All around is stone. All is soft inside. So building up a wall of protection, but still having this soft side inside. All that I know lies within emotion. Words remain unspoken. Lead me through the dark, all that I see. All that I see came to me in colors, lasted for a moment, leads me through the dark. All that I know, all I know. That's beautiful. I love that piano.
I need it all.
Ooh.
I don't know where to begin. I carry more
Yes.
than you see. My dreams are bigger than me.
Yes.
Please bring me light.
Yes.
I bear a shadow.
Yes.
I call them back to me so they could feed on me.
Oh, that I love. Really resonated with that. Really resonated with that verse. I need it all. I don't know where to begin. I carry more than you see. Most of us do. My dreams are bigger than me. Please bring me light. I bear a shadow. Again, that balance between light and dark is beautiful, and I feel like she really is the type of person similar to me who isn't afraid, or maybe you can be afraid of the dark but isn't afraid to sit in the dark, or is brave enough to do it. Maybe you can still be afraid of it, but not everybody is brave enough to sit with it and understand that there is still light and that there's always a light. I call them back to me. The shadows, I bear a shadow. I call them back to me so they could feed me. Ooh, yeah. I mean, like I said, personal resonance is that I've been doing a lot of shadow work the last year, and so that's what's coming up for me.
All is stone and all is soft inside. All that I know
Yes!
lies within emotion. Lies remain unspoken.
It's hard to be it's hard sometimes to be sitting down because I just want to like get up and move my body, and I know you guys wouldn't be opposed to that, but I don't know, it just wouldn't work with the way my camera. It's okay, I will have the dance party on my own. But it will happen, and I feel like it feels like an important part of her music is not only sitting and listening to it and hearing the lyrics, but also getting your body involved in the music. That's the vibe I'm getting, is that this is meant to be up on its feet, experiencing it in your body as well. I am curious to see how she performs live, because my prediction is that she would be very body centered. I think the music is probably living in her body, and I'm gonna believe that she probably expresses that, and that's probably an important part of her expressing this music. Like, I don't think she's sitting at a piano just singing the whole time. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't get that vibe from this type of music. So I don't know. We'll see, because we're doing a deep dive now. Like, I'm committed. I was committed months ago, but again, we had a little pause, but we're back in motion, and I'm committed, and I want to see all the lives and the music videos and everything, all the interviews and everything I want to see, because she's a very interesting human being to me. So, but yeah, it just feels like I feel very restricted not being up on my feet right now. production is top tier. Mixing on this is so good. It is really scratching an itch with my ADHD brain, I will tell you that. Oh, yes. Is wild. I love that. Oh, what an interesting song. Did you know that we're all turning softer inside? I hope so. We need more of it. It feels like the instinct is to, with everything going on socially, the instinct is to want to defend, put up barriers. I think it's more important than ever to, yes, we need to put up boundaries and barriers and we need to protect ourselves, of course. I'm not, advocating against that, but it's also more important to find the people that you can let all that go and share your heart and your soul, because we are all connected. If the hearts can collide, yes. All I've ever known is the universe is wild. The universe is wild. But wild can be good or bad, or all. It's balanced. It's balanced. So I think it's beautiful. Yeah, this is bringing out the philosophical side of me, I guess, in some ways. What do we have next? It Happened Quiet. Okay, so this one specifically, Michael wanted me to listen to it live instead of the studio recording. Now, I am still going to listen to the studio recording, but I'll do it after, because I'll tell you why. I want to do it the way that Michael wanted me to do it, because I think that's important, and I don't want to be so rigid that I have to do everything the way I want to do it. I think it's good for me to bring myself out of my comfort zone, because my comfort zone is to sit and read lyrics the first time I listen to music. So I think we're gonna go against that. We're gonna watch the live performance that they had suggested, and then we're gonna come back and listen to the same song on the studio recording, and we'll see how that experience is. It Happened Quiet. This looks like a really interesting set. Anyways, okay, here we go. Ooh. Ooh! Oh my god! Stunning!
Eyes blue and hollow as it rains against their will.
Oh.
Feathers falling out of a pillow, as if time is standing still. I can't remember much more, but I know it happened quiet.
Oh.
So quiet. Words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red as I land like a fly?
my god. The presence. I don't really know what's going on. Again, with my audio processing issues, it's gonna be all about a feeling. I will be able to catch the feeling intuitively, but if I don't have words in front of my face, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to really process what she's saying. So this time listening to it is all just going to be about a general overall feeling and just being immersed in the sonic landscape. And I want them to show her more because I'm really being captured by her presence. And yes, it does feel like the music lives in her body and she's not afraid to express that, even though this is not like an incredibly dancey song. You can just still see so much energy flowing through her body, and that's so beautiful. Yeah, I have no idea what we're talking about, what we're doing, but I feel it.
And you fell apart like a stone can be broken into sand.
Like a stone can be broken into sand.
1,000 pieces spread across a dying land, and you can't remember that day, but you know it happened quiet.
It all happened quiet.
So quiet.
Oh.
Words falling.
Again, I'm only going by what the feeling I'm getting because I haven't really, certain lyrics, obviously, the ones that are hitting me, I'm basically saying out loud, repeating out loud, but it just feels like maybe when some of the most, this is what I'm getting. Again, I don't know if this is right. I'm going to give you my first instinct, and that's what it is. Without knowing, it feels like sometimes how the most painful or most intense moments that happen, the moments that change you, sometimes they happen so quietly. Like, you know, obviously sometimes chaos happens and it's this loud whatever war, but also sometimes it's not like that, and sometimes it is so painful but it's quiet and it feels different than what you would expect that like chaos to feel. That's what I'm getting. I don't know if I'm even close, but that is the general feeling I'm getting.
Out through the window, all that remains is a silent cold. Is the earth colored red as I land like a flower on the meadow?
She's stunning.
Love
Ooh, I have
is
chills. Chills. Angelic.
Are your dreams as dead as they seem? Are your dreams as dead as they seem? Don't you speak over my voice.
That was stunning. I was just thinking about how much I admire her. She is so beautifully authentic. And there's like, listen, I like to share my whole journey with you guys, whether it's, even if it makes me look bad, if that makes sense. I don't know, because there are things that some people I think might be afraid to say, and that's not what my channel is about, because I am working towards being the most authentic version of myself. So I'm going to share something. Sometimes when I watch Aurora, there's this, she mirrors, and it triggers me a bit because I see this woman, and it said she was born in 1996. I'm 10 years older than this woman. And it makes me feel like, God, she is being herself unapologetically. What is wrong with me? Why has it taken me so long? And I'm not even there where she is. But that's the ego, right? That's the ego. And that is when you need to, validate those feelings. It's more, for me, it's about grieving the woman, my inner teenager, my inner young woman, my inner, woman in her 20s and most of her 30s who was scared, who had a mask, who never felt safe to be herself. It's not about Aurora, it's about grieving myself, which is beautiful. That's what being yourself does for other people. It inspires them to look into themselves. And like I said, sometimes that's actually uncomfortable in some ways. That's why I said in some ways it triggers me. Like I can feel parts of myself being triggered by that. Like, oh, why can't you be so free? Why can't you? Because inside I am free. I also have this beautiful soul and spirit that's just clawing its way to get out. And I've done some beautiful work on that. This channel has helped me. This community that I have here on this channel specifically has helped me, but there's still a lot to go, which is why I think it was important for me to do Lana first. And it feels like in some ways, Aurora is the next step in that journey to freeing my soul. I don't know if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense to you guys? Let me know. Let me know if you have feelings like that when you watch Aurora, because like I said, for the most part, it just frees me. And I have so much admiration for her. I think she's such a beautiful soul. And then it also makes me really do self-reflection and really grieve parts of me, versions of me in the past that have been so chained to this society. And it's not me putting myself down. It really isn't. There is a grieving there, but it's not putting myself down because, that's where the ego comes in, where it's like, oh, this woman is 10 years younger than me, but has it all figured out, which I'm sure she would be like, I don't have it all figured out, because we don't know what's going on. And so that would be again, it's just the ego talking, but it's really important to observe when you're having these things that are ego, that aren't coming from the higher self. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter how old she is or how old I am or how long my journey is compared to how long her journey is on this particular one thing. Because, you can learn from a child. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter. That literally has nothing to do with anything, but then your ego says it does. But that's the programming the society tells you, right? Like, you have to be this by this age, you have to be this by this age, and that's the bullshit. That's what I'm trying to throw out, all that programming. And I know Aurora is going to help me with that. I do know that. but I guess I'm just wanted to explain what was going on in my head, because I think that's important, because I think part of my journey and this channel and building this community is not just to react to music. I think I also have this wisdom in my soul from my experience that I want to share. I'm here for those that can maybe, gain something from sharing my experience. So here I am. Okay, let's move on. Let's listen to the studio recording. I'm really interested because that was stunning, and the freaking harp and the strings, the violin, like all of it was just stunning. Anyways, so now we're gonna hear. Now I can actually read the words. That'll help me to maybe understand the words, the poetry. But I think I at least got a feeling. I don't know if it's right, but what is right when it comes to art, right? It is right. It's all right. Who cares if it's her intention? Doesn't matter. Art is art, and that is the feeling I got. Anyways. Oh.
Eyes blue and hollow, as it rains against their will.
Okay, so I heard acid rains. So when I heard acid rains. So okay, good. This is helpful.
As falling out of a pillow.
I love how she says pillow. It's
As
beautiful.
if time is standing still. I can't remember much more, but I know it happened quiet.
Ooh. Oh.
So quiet.
I love those little plucks.
What?
Yeah, so it does. It feels like maybe something so big, painful, like when a moment just kind of washes over you and it's so painful, but it's quiet. That happens a lot, right? Especially, like, the thing I can think about is, that moment that someone pulls the rug under you and like breaks up with you and you had no idea. That can feel really quiet, and it's like time stands still. You're like, this is happening to me. Oh my God, this is happening. It's like, I don't know. That's what comes up for me. Again, I'm not saying that that's what this is about. I'm just saying that this is what's coming up for me, hearing these words.
Falling out through the window, all that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red as I land like a flower on the meadow? Love is wild.
Love is wild. Words falling out through the window. All that remains is a silent call. Is the earth colored red? Blood? That's what it makes me think of, but I don't. Again, I might be taking a really personal approach because that's always like where I start with a lot of these songs, but we could be talking about something bigger, which is fine. I'm sure I'll figure it out, or you guys will tell me, so that's fine either way. But the way in for me is the personal resonance to start anyway. This one really stood out to me. I know we haven't gotten there yet, but you fell apart like a stone can be broken into sand, 1,000 pieces. And that just makes me think of, I do internal family systems parts work, which is why I talk a lot about, past selves and higher self and things like that, because I do a lot of, it's very similar to like inner child type work, parts work it's called, and so that just makes me think of that. Like a stone can be broken into sand, 1,000 pieces. When something happens and it feels like you're broken and you've got to pick up these pieces and you've got to talk to all these parts and heal them, and anyways, let's keep going.
You fell apart a stone can be broken into sand. A thousand pieces spread across a crying land, and you can't remember that day, but you know it happened quiet, so quiet.
Oh, those little plucks
What's
in between nothing,
through the
like that is so effective. Ooh, like it gives me chills. And you can't remember that day, but you know it happened quiet. Yeah, sometimes, like traumatic things, sometimes you can't, your brain kind of blocks it out a bit.
window, all that we miss is the silent call. Is the earth colored red as I land like a flower on the meadow? Love is wild.
So powerful. That are your dreams as dead as they seem makes me think of those moments where you literally feel like, at least in that moment, in that emotional, this, whatever this is that we're talking about, this trauma, in this moment, it feels like your dreams are dead. Of course, you usually are able to kind of move on from that place, and then you're like, oh, or at least for me, in my experience, you know, you sleep on it, and then the next day you're like, okay, I still feel like shit, but my dreams aren't completely dead, that they felt like yesterday. Don't you speak over my voice. I will return from the shadows. Yes, again, shadow work. Just going through the pain, knowing you're going to go through the pain, and that's what you're doing, and you're going to come out from it. Love is wild. Again, wild could be a very positive thing. It could be a very negative thing. It's all based on your perspective, which is why I love her using the word wild like this. It's, yeah, brilliant. Genius. Oh, that was stunning. I'm loving all of them. There isn't one that I haven't liked, but I'm loving so far, just off my head, the first one and this one the most. But again, that's just my very first impressions. How are we doing in the album? Okay, we've got 3 more. Oh my god. Churchyard. That is an interesting title as well. I will say that her titles are very intriguing, every single one of them, which I love.
He told me I belong in a churchyard. He told me I could walk away, but I wouldn't get far.
Ooh.
Tell me, how do people know what is hurt, what is love? He told me I belong in a churchyard. Words pointy like arrows, wounds no one can see. He closed all the windows as his anger broke free. I will not remember you as somebody nice. Please, will you remember me and cry?
The choir in the back too is very interesting. He told me I belong in a churchyard. He told me I could walk away, but I wouldn't get far. Tell me, how do people know what is hurt, what is love? It's like, I don't know if we're using like religious trauma as a metaphor here. A churchyard just instantly makes me think of that, but again, it's like my own I've got my own personal religious trauma that is just going to creep in no matter what. It's interesting though. It's like, because it might not even be about that, but it could be using it as a way to express kind of indoctrination or like gaslighting and trying to get away from that. What is hurt? What is love? I love that idea. Like, how do you know what is hurtful to you and what is actual love? Because there are a lot of things, you know, especially if that's the road we go down, the lens we go down. There's so many, you know, good things that you could, you know, say about religion and being involved in a community like that. But then obviously there's so much hurt and pain as well. As someone who has gone through that, I know you guys said that she didn't grow up religious, which is, it's fine, but it does feel like the metaphor is being used. Or that's what I'm getting. Words pointy like arrows, wounds no one can see. Yeah, hidden. A lot of it is hidden and behind closed doors. He closed all the windows as his anger broke free. Again, it could even be like I'm getting this story, but it's not that story. It's like a relationship, a gaslighting in a relationship. I don't know. It could be many things, but the general feeling of, you know, kind of being gaslit, not really understanding between what is love, what is abuse, and being confused in that place, and having someone try to influence how you're feeling about those things. That's what it feels like. But I'm open to the, you know,
He told me I belong in a churchyard. He told me I could walk away, but I wouldn't get far.
oh, it's so interesting, this
Tell
beat.
me, how do people know what is hurt, what is love?
way to end. Yeah, I don't know the exact inspiration for that. I am getting like abuse, manipulation, gaslighting coming out of hate, and then like putting that on somebody else, trying to influence someone else because of the hate in your heart. In this person, whoever she's talking about in this, hate followed him gently. Gently? Interesting way to put it. Gently, like he didn't know that it was there necessarily. It followed him gently, so it wasn't like clutching on where like it was very obvious that he had it. Planted seeds in his heart, roots tearing the love in him apart. Roots, family, how we pass on generational trauma and hate sometimes as humans. I don't know. Those are just the ideas that I'm having here when I listen to that. Soft universe. Again, we're using soft again, and we're using universe again. Another interesting title. Okay, let's go.
There's ice in my water, and when I drink, it cuts my tongue.
I do like that she talks about water a lot, first of all, well, like nature in general, but water being one of them, but then also a lot of like hot and cold, a lot of talking about how it feels, using that as a descriptor, whether something is like really hot or really cold. It's ice and it cuts my tongue. I find it interesting. I'm just making observations. I don't necessarily know what they mean at this point, but I'm just making observations that I'm noticing that she uses this a lot in her writing, and I love it. There's ice in my water, and when I drink it, it cuts my tongue. There's glass on the plate. Okay, this is super interesting.
Glass on the playground, it cuts my skin when I run.
Ooh.
And from the dark into the light, I saw a stone burst into life.
Ooh.
And in the corner of your eye, I saw a dream that never died. Speak to me, speak to me. With love in your words.
Yes.
Make for me a soft universe.
Yeah. Oh my God. It just feels like being someone, again, this is my own interpretation of what it's making, how it's resonating with me personally. It feels like, it makes me think of it feels like the high sensitivity that I have to the world sometimes, where it's like you go out just to the grocery store and like certain things just feel so intense. And it's like, I love that idea. Speak to me with love in your words. Make for me a soft universe. Like if I could just have somebody that gave a shit, first of all, about that would be beautiful. I don't need it. I've been able to create this soft world for myself, which has been part of the journey, learning how to accommodate myself and stuff like that. But yeah, it would be really nice to also have someone that like gave shit and like would try to take some of that away. I don't need it, but I do want it. Does that make sense? So that's what it brings up for me. Because the world can be so loud and intense sometimes. Ooh, I like that.
My body falls off the side of a bed, and now I know what love feels like.
Ooh.
Don't let me turn it to pain. All of this is loneliness. Guess came, we let our head down on a feather cotton bed. We find a heart and catch a breath. Let the universe go red. Speak to me with
beautiful. My body falls off the side of a bed, and now I know what love feels like. Oh, oh. Sorry, the image of that. It just feels like falling off the bed. It almost feels like the rug being pulled, like that kind of thing. This like sudden shock that love can do sometimes. Don't let me turn it to pain, all of this loveliness. Yeah. We find a heart and catch a breath. Let the universe go red. It does. It's still just kind of, again, we could be talking about something completely different. That's fine. But it does feel like, or at least how it's resonating with me, that we're talking about moving through the pain rather than like repressing it. Pretty. Like the chaos in my brain. That was like the chaos in my brain, or it felt like it. Which is so interesting after saying, make for me a soft universe, and then of course we have this like pounding, oh my god. But yes, I would sign that petition. Let's make a soft universe, please. Yes, please and thank you. Okay, we are on the last track. This has been, well, exactly what I expected it to be. I mean, I didn't have expectations as far as like what I was going to be listening to or what it was going to sound like, because she always just brings such interesting things. So I didn't have expectations, I guess, sonically, but I knew that I would find it very deep and poetic and interesting. And that has fully been realized in this so far. Okay, so this is the title track, Infections of a Different Kind. Here we go. This is a little bit longer one. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Last track. Oh, so delicate.
It's a feeling growing old with time, like a restless in the leaves calming down. The world is a hole and we all seem to fall down. And the universe is growing tall, and we are caving into dreams of this space. Unfolding our arms cannot do any harm. Violent contractions.
Yep.
And if there is a God, would we even know his name? And if there is a God, I think he would shake his head.
Yeah.
And turn away.
Yeah.
So belong to us all. Be God in the shape of a girl who walks this world. And I beg to be drained from the pain I have soaked myself in, so I can stay okay and more than okay for a while, for a while, for a while.
Oh, that, yeah. It was this line. And if there was a God, I think he would shake his head and turn away. So belong to a soul. Be God in the shape of a girl who walks this world. And I beg to be drained from the pain I've soaked myself in, so I can stay okay. It feels like, at least for me, how it resonates is when you are a highly compassionate, empathetic, sensitive person to others and their emotions. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like you're taking on the world sometimes. And so, but it's also a beautiful place to be in. Like, I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't want anything else. But yeah, sorry, it's resonating. I have so many thoughts, almost too many to really filter through, and let's keep going.
Infections of a different kind. The world has been attacked by your pain. If I am the world, then why would I hurt all that is living? And if there is a God, would he then believe in us?
I guess I don't know exactly what she's talking about, what her inspiration, like it could be so many things. It could be so many like physical things in the world, or emotional pain, or like there's a lot of things it could be, and I don't know her exact angle here, but I feel it. I definitely feel it. All of it. Maybe it's all of it. I think he can't hear all of us. Oh my God, that's so, yeah.
And if there is a God, I think he can't hear all of us. No, belong to a soul. Be God in the shape of a girl who walks this world. And I beg to be drained from the pain I have sold myself in, so I can stay okay and more than okay for a while, for a while, for a while.
It's so pretty.
This is the breath, this is the breath.
That was an interesting way to end, I'll tell you that. There's so much to take out of this one. I feel like this is one I need to listen to more for sure. Not even just the lyrics, but just that whole soundscape was so immersive. It brought me in, but I don't even really have the words to explain that, unfortunately. This is the breath. This is the breath. I don't know if you saw, I noticed that I took like this deep breath after she said that. It was like unconscious, but then I was conscious of it once I did it. I was like, oh, I just took a breath. Thank you. I needed that. Which was really beautiful. So, yeah, so good. I've got a lot more thinking to do about that, to be honest. Violent contradictions. I love that. The universe is growing tall, and we're all caving into dreams of the space. Unfolding her arms cannot do any harm. Violent contractions. I love that use because it feels like a lot of times when maybe not the universe, but like Earth, we a lot of times think about as like Mother Earth, Empress energy, giving birth, creating. So I love the idea. I love her using the word violent contractions. Unfolding her arms cannot do any harm. Yeah, it's just so interesting. There's so much to continue to think about in this one. This one just put me in like a trance a bit that I'm having a hard time coming out of. Whew, okay. That was an experience. I knew it would be. I can't wait to continue listening to these ones. I cannot wait to do the music videos that there are. I can't wait to do the live performances. Like, I am so excited to immerse myself because I need to learn more. There's so much similar idea, not similar music, but similar idea to how I deep dive into Lana Del Rey because her stuff is so, you can get so much out of it. Even after like 30 listens, you can still be like, oh, this just clicked now, but it didn't click for me the first 30 listens. I really feel like that with Aurora, where it's like there's so much to, I'm giving you my first general feelings and thoughts on my very first listen, but I know that it's the type of album that's going to grow so much for me. So, and I'm open to that now. So I'm excited. I'm excited. There's going to be a lot of Aurora coming out over the next few months here, and I'm excited about it. Let me know what your favorite is. Let me hear your thoughts. I know you guys will. Just know that I read every comment. Even if I don't necessarily like or comment back, I do read every comment. So just know that. Anyways, I love you. I'm starting to hear ringing in my ear. It's time. It's time to rest. It's time to rest. Thank you so much for being here with me and being on this journey. I know we've got a lot ahead of us, and so far it's been amazing. So I will see you guys for the next video. Have a wonderful day and week. Goodbye.